All right, let's talk about manna from heaven, right? Manna in the Bible was something that the God of Israelite, according to Christian biblical teaching, fed the children of Israel wandering through the desert after he freed them from the Egyptians. And so in Psalm 78:24, it said he rained down manna for the people to eat. He gave them grain of heaven. Now, it is often thought that Psalms is actually spells because of the way they're written, that the book of Psalms are actually spells. But we're not going to go into that aspect of it. We're going to go into another aspect of that. But it's funny to note that Psalms are actually spells. So you might want to keep that in mind for future talks. But let's look at the actually manna that came down from heaven to provide the children of Israel as they were wandering in the desert, right? So it said God provided for the Israelites while he led them through the wilderness of sin, a small round substance to eat. That's just note what it says, that he led them through the wilderness of sin. Oftentimes it's referred to that God led them through the desert um, when they left Egypt. If you don't know your Bible, I'm just going to bring you caught up on it a little bit, all right? That he led them through the desert, but that's not what it says. It says the wilderness of sin, which lets us know that it's written metaphorically. The wilderness of sin, that's a metaphor, right? So we're talking about a metaphor to tell a story. It's very interesting. A lot of times people try to relate Christian or spirituality teaching, as factual, when it's really metaphor and it's something, a lesson to be taught or some information to be given, right? So you see that in that term, wilderness of sin. But let's get back to manna. Manna, which means, what is this? That's what the term manna means. What is this? And it may have been just fruit from a Damascus tree that they've never seen before, and may have just simply been that, and it was just attributed to God providing them resources for that. And although it's regarded in the Bible as a miraculous gift from God, it might have just been a very natural product of nature that wasn't seen before. All right, because remember, they were in Egypt and they went into a new land, and they had no idea what this stuff was. So of course they're going to attribute it to something that God gives and provides. And we'll get back to source, divine source, and God. I'm going to tie it all in a minute. If you just bear with me, please try to stick through the whole video so you can get all the information. And at the end, we're going to do a special exercise so you too can bring this so-called manna, this so-called provision of God into your life. All right. So manna looked like a coriander seed. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Coriander seed, and tasted like wafers made with honey. Now, I'm reading this part because I want to make a special note of it. It came each morning. It could be collected each day for that day alone, and only as much as you could be eaten in one day. So you could see right here that this provision, this abundance that is coming from divine source, was only made to collect in one day and eaten that day. Remember, we talk about metaphors. What is the metaphor that this teaching is giving us? Not the actual story, like it's authentic, but what is the lesson, the metaphor? So it could be only collected, eaten in one day, and if a person tried to collect more than they needed or store the manna for future needs, it would grow wormy and foul. In this way, it was impossible for the Israelites to be greedy. So when you're giving provision, you're giving substance, you're giving things, right? It's not for you to hoard. It's not for you to be greedy. That is a man trait. It is not a divine source trait. It is a man trait to hoard and to live in their lower chakras of scarcity as opposed to being open. So this was that lesson that a lot of people are actually missing when they're talking about the provision given from source. So let's tie it all in, right? The universe abundance and universe alignment. The universe is abundant in everything. This story illustrates that if you understand, the universe always provides. There's always enough. There's never a shortage in the universe. There's not a time anywhere where you see a shortage in the universe. You don't see one blade of grass, you see multitudes of blades of grass. It's not one grain of sand, there are multitudes of sand. You look up at the stars, there's multitudes of stars. You must put yourself in that abundant mindset. You must look around you and say, there's multitude of trees, there are multitude of fishes, there's everything. The universe is always operating in abundance. It doesn't operate in lack. Lack is a condition of the human being in their lower chakra of scarcity and defensiveness, and only being greedy to what they desire. You need to be open and receive a lot more, which calls moving up into your higher chakra, right? So one of your chakra, if you're living in lack, if you're living in scarcity, there is a blockage in your chakra. I'm gonna say it again. If you're in scarcity, if you're in lack, there's a blockage in your chakra. Which chakra is the one you need to determine? It may be in multitudes of chakras. If you grew up not having, if you grew up struggling, then that created a traumatic experience that created a blockage in your chakra, preventing it to develop correctly, right? But if you need to change the mindset that abundance flows everywhere and it's a natural condition, and if you're out of abundance, right, you're out of alignment. It's not that it's not there, it's that your frequency is not matching it. The things that we need to align with them. A lot of people teach manifest. I don't teach manifest. I teach alignment, and you need to align with your energy, your vibrational energy. Things are vibrational energy. It's more about that frequency aligning and you being in alignment with what you desire. And it's already there. It's already there. If you saw the story I told before about manna previous to this slide, that it was already there, but it was given, but not for people's greed. This is the problem. There's everything on this planet. There's enough for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed. We're going to say that again. There's enough for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed. Okay? Because greed creates scarcity and lack and defensiveness. So if we understand that the universe operates in abundance, we have to see that, oh, maybe there's something in me that is preventing me from achieving this abundance or receiving the things I desire. So we're going to work on aligning the 7 chakras. We usually work on individual chakras, and you can look at different videos I have about the individual chakras that we work on. But the problem is not that there is lack, the problem is that you feel that there is lack. There's multitudes of cars. There are multitudes of airplanes or whatever you desire in this physical reality. The reason that you don't have it is because there's a blockage in you somewhere, and you have to discover that blockage and release that energy so you can move into alignment too with the universe. So let's look at each chakra, and then we'll determine where that blockage may exist. So if the root chakra is responsible for your financial security and stability, that is our first chakra. That is our plane of existence chakra. That's what brings us here and grounds us in this reality. The sacral chakra, a lot of people only know about the sacral chakra, and that's all they talk about, the sacral chakra. But you have 7 chakras, and we have 2 more chakras and another one, the 0 point chakra, that we're going to talk about in more videos. We've talked about them in other videos, so please look at those videos so you get a better understanding of the various other chakras. But we're going to focus on the 7 chakras today. So the sacral chakra controls your money flow and your creativity. A lot of us have creative ideas, creative abilities that we haven't tapped into because we're given that in our existence here, that chakra that's going to, what are you good at? What can you create? What can you offer the world? The solar plexus chakra is your confidence that you're worth your weight in gold. You're working on a job and you've not paid nowhere near what you work because you lack that confidence. That determines your wealth power. All right, we're going to look at the heart chakra. The heart chakra is how you receive abundance with gratitude. Remember, in the manna story, it's not enough for your greed, right? It's enough for your need. And to receive that with gratitude is to create this flow of energy through your chakras that aligns with divine energy and divine source. All right, the throat chakra. How do you speak financial success? How do you speak of money? How do you speak of wealth? What you say has life. Your words are energy. How do you speak about it? Do you go around and saying, oh, things are so high. Oh, I can never afford that. Or I can never make that money. I'm not worth that amount of money. That is you speaking those things into existence. Sometimes you have to change the way you speak if that's your blockage, right? The third eye chakra, right? Your intuitive money decision. Are you passing up opportunities? Are you missing ways that you could be making money because you don't see them, right? What's different between Warren Buffett and you? You know, he may see an opportunity where you lack that vision. There are other visions and other ideas that may go past you that you do not take heed of or take advantage of. But it's also the ability to see behind things, the deeper meaning to things, how things work. So you're not subject to a lot of scams and cons, that you can see deeper into things. And that crown chakra, which is also important. We did a talk on the crown chakra. You can check out that video. And it's about that universal abundance connection, which is already existing. It is your lack of connection to it. The universe is already abundant. There's everything for your need, right? I told a story that diamonds are not scarce. We add value to them because of their beauty, but they're not scarce. There are tons and tons of diamonds locked up in vaults that the family De Beers, right? The diamonds, they own like 90% of the diamond market or some crazy figure like that. And they make a scarcity of it, right? So they can add value to it. But everything already exists in abundance. So I never like to finish without giving some actual work, some actual actionable things that you can do to help strengthen your alignment and your connection to divine source and allow it to flow into your life. So these are affirmations that we can repeat together, and you can get comfortable repeating. Play this video, pause this video, whatever you have to do to see which one of these chakras that you're receiving blockages in so you can clear them. So if you have the root chakra, you can say, I am financially safe always. It's about security, speaking it, bringing it into your life. I am financially safe always. The sacral chakra, money flows to me effortlessly. Remember, it's about that creativity, that energy. Money flows to me effortlessly. Your solar plexus chakra, I am confidently creating limitless wealth. I am confidently creating limitless wealth. I know my value again. All right. The heart chakra, I receive wealth with gratitude. I receive it with gratitude and thankfulness, right? The universe is like, well, I'm not going to say it's like, it is us. We are the universe. And just as you would like to be thanked, the universe receives gratitude and is open when you give gratitude, just as you would be open giving gratitude, right? The throat chakra, I speak prosperity into existence. Remember, your words are energy. They are actually spells in a lot of spiritual teaching, and you can speak things into existence. So I speak prosperity into existence by giving it that vibration. Your third eye chakra, I trust my financial intuition. I trust my financial intuition. Remember, I said earlier, it's about seeing the deeper understanding behind things, not just the short flash of, oh, this car is beautiful, but understanding the value behind purchasing a car, or not saying, oh, this is a good idea, but seeing how that good idea can work and add value in your life. The crown chakra, I am divinely abundant now, all right? Right now, because there's only one moment that's here and now. The past doesn't exist, the future doesn't exist. That's again our limited spatial references about reality. There's only here and now. And so when you say I'm divinely abundant now, you make it possible in your life. So those are just 7 of the chakra abundant affirmation that you can use to kind of discover which one of your chakras may be resistance to that, and just try to bring some healing into that, some developing that, because setting the affirmation is setting the intention. We do affirmations to set the intention, and that's what setting these affirmations will help you do. All right. So I hope you like this information and it resonates with you in your life. I want you to please like and subscribe if you did find this video resonated with you and become part of the Starseed Awakening Collective family here on YouTube. If you notice any resistance to any of the previous chakra affirmation, anywhere where there's a little struggle or a little doubt in your mind or some hesitation, we offer chakra development kits. Those links will be in the bio. Wherever you found that resistance at, grab one of the kits The kiss will help you develop that chakra and be able to align yourself more abundantly with prosperity and abundance in your life. All right. So again, I hope something resonating with you. I truly appreciate you allowing me to share this information with you. I want to wish you love and light in your journey. Mind my mind, mind my mouth, and mind my heart. Love and light in your journeys.